to it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Go. And it'll be the Trailblazers off the tip. Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. Lillard finds Grant. 4 on the clock. Fires from deep. And Damian Lillard gets a 3.
And now Damian Lillard has got that 3-ball swagger going.
No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, BA. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Lillard outside. And we're about a minute into the first. No good with a layup. Anunoby for 3. Lillard against VanVleet. Anunoby, a screen on Lillard. There's the 3. Rebounded by Nurkic. Lillard against Anunoby. Lillard outside. Nurkic high post. Poke loose. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. VanVleet, the pass to Barnes. Now Pirtle. Siakam outside. Pirtle with a screen on Grant. Back to Pirtle. Pass to Anunoby. There's the triple. That shot is off.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Pirtle lays it up and banks it in.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lesson.
Outside for Grant. Stolen by Siakam. Here we go. Anunoby with it. Now guarded by Simons. Here's VanVleet. And Toronto calls time here. And it's hard to overstate the impact OG Anunoby has on defense, Grant.
Hey, BA, an absolute terror on the wings. I mean, he has great length, moves well, just one of the best one-on-one perimeter defenders in the league.
Siakam for 3. Kept alive. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And Anunoby gets it to go. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on that is what I'm talking about.
Wow. Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose to dunk with that higher difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. They get the rebound. Pirtle. VanVleet outside. Siakam with a screen on Thibault. Barnes finds Siakam. 3 seconds left. 4 on the clock. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now a timeout called by Toronto.
Big thanks to your laser dancer.
1:05 left in the first. 5 to shoot. Here's VanVleet. The baseline J. Siakam missing again. Portland trailing here. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
First team foul.
Here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the dunk by Lillard.
And Lillard rising up and jamming that one through.
Down low. That's tipped. Nurkic with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. And Thibault with a drive. Pass to Grant. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
Fred VanVleet. First personal.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And it's great to see Grant take on a bigger role over time. Now a real focal point of this offense.
Simons outside. Grant outside. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. It's all tied up in Portland. And we'll get things started in this.
And your Trailblazers team.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Trailblazers in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2. And it's Thibault in at small forward. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Lillard finds Simons. Back to Lillard. And the league finally moving to curtail take fouls in transition. You like the change?
Well, I think everybody's ready for that. The best part of NBA action, BA, as you know, is fast break basketball. So to get more 3-on-2s or 3-on-1s, lob plays, and guys taking off and throwing down monster dunks, I'm all for it.
And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 9.
And Lillard just keeps fighting, willing his team to victory. Not deterred that time by the bump.
VanVleet, the pass to Anunoby. Siakam with it. Barnes with a screen on Grant. Pass to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? For 3, here's Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Anunoby. Thibault against Barnes. And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thibault. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Pass to Siakam. Knocked away. Second chance effort. Over to the wing. Just 3 to shoot. The Raptors need to get off a shot.
And that's a play where Grant lets you know that he can stick with his man and do a good job defending. You look at the resume of one Damian Lillard, and there's just no shortage of clutch moments and amazing individual performances in big playoff games.
Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you. So Portland ends up going with a new group. And with Lillard, he has to be considered among the best point guards of this generation, Brent.
Well, he said some interesting things with regards to comparisons, BA. There's only one player at his position that he can accept being ranked behind, and that's Steph Curry. Talk about 2 guys up in the stratosphere of where point guards of today's game are playing, and Dame is sitting on that cloud 9 with Steph.
Anunoby, a screen on Johnson. Pass to Barnes. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Barnes has got 6 points.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Eubanks. Now a timeout called by Portland. And the Blazers had been a mainstay of the playoffs for so long, until last year.
Yeah, B.A., they ended an 8-year streak by missing the playoffs. The franchise has had a lot of sustained success. They missed the playoffs just 15 times in their 50-plus years.
Watford's checked in for Portland. Reddish on the wing. Outside Johnson. And there's the screen. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barton outside. Achua with a screen. We've got 1:23 left in the second period. Outside Johnson. To the wing, right side. Here's Watford. Pass to Sharp. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Achua with the rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Trent, the pass to Boucher. Launches a three. No good. And the Trailblazers going the other way now. Johnson with it. And it's Boucher picking him up. The shot no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And he makes the first. And Boucher drops them both. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the half. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Little, and he dunks it down.
And Nasir Little making that look easy.
Trent against Johnson. Trent, the pass to Porter. Fades. No good on the shot.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, question the shot difficulty.
The Raptors 20.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Wow, Damian Lillard really having a great game.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So for the Raptors right now, the forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. And here's Grant. Simons passes to Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. Back to Simons. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. That one no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way.
And when you look at VanVleet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. The Raptors have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. VanVleet with it. He's picked up by Lillard. And Anunoby gets it to go. And VanVleet, a very solid defender at his position, Grant.
Not great length, but strong as any, B.A. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
Simons outside. Anunoby against Lillard. There's Simons with a 3. Portland no good that time either. The Raptors with a lead. Pass to Pirtle. Now here's Anunoby. The kick out to VanVleet. Offensive rebound. It's Barnes on the wing. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Barnes has got 8.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Here's Lillard. Lillard double team. And here's Nurkic for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Anunoby. Thibault with a steal. Lillard right side. Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Yeah, Lillard seeking out his teammates, just trying to get it to the right guy. He was uncovered.
Van Vliet against Lillard. Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Anunoby on the wing. He's got 9. Basket counts. Anunoby's got 5 points now this quarter.
And the evolution of Siakam continues. Seeing him make great passes like this proves he's only getting better. Ooh, scary thought.
Lillard with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Timeout called. The Raptors.
It's time for some t-shirts. Here they come.
So Toronto ends up going with a new group. A minute 42 left in the third quarter.
And year in and year out, there's one thing we know for certain about the Blazers. They've got some of the best fans in the NBA.
Barton's shot off the mark.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Lillard passes to Simons. Here's Nurkic. Grant outside. And Boucher with the block. Trent against Lillard. And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul of the game. But how about the fan base in Portland? They're passionate, and they really understand the game.
That's so true, B.A. I mean, even in lean years, they come out to support their club. And when they're on top, all of Brook City gets caught up in the buzz. Portland's a great basketball town. Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
And so here's Portland. 9-point game. Right side Johnson. Back to Little. Up top Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Porter with the steal.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Sharp, no good. The Raptors have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter.
First personal foul. Raptors ball starts the second half. Let's hear it for your...
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Porter. Trent, the pass to Porter.
Hey, yo, right here.
Oh, and he missed the J after tricking the D with a nifty pass fake. Porter with the steal. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in command. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Here's Lillard. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Trust me, defense wants to keep Grant out of the paint, and he wants to get in there. That's why.
Trent from long range nails it from beyond the arc. And the Raptors lead by 14.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
To the paint. Achua passes to Trent. Back to Achua. 5 on the clock. Trent outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And some changes here for the Raptors.
Portland ball. Substitution on the court.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Simons, right side. Pass to Nurkic. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Great concentration on display from Nurkic to get the foul and still come away with the made field goal.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Raptors?
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Barnes passes to Van Vliet. Barnes with a screen on Lillard. Back to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Toronto ball. Toronto ball starts the fourth and final quarter.
For Toronto, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth.
For your Blazers team.
Anunoby against Simons. The three. And the Raptors get it back. Outside Barnes. Siakam with a screen on Lillard. 5 to shoot. Van Vliet. It's rebounded by Grant. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Anunoby. Pass to Van Vliet. The three ball. Siakam the screen. And it's Van Vliet off the drive. And he gets the bucket. And the Raptors lead by 17.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
There's a screen by Nurkic. Out to Lillard.
2 minutes in the game.
Fades away. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
And this is one of those nights where you throw out the cliche. You can only hope to contain him. Lillard on one tonight.
Anunoby passes to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Grant outside. Pass to Simons. Grant with a screen on Barnes. Thibault with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. It's stolen by Pirtle.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Raptors.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And what a huge performance it was for OG Anunoby.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
And he's going for the lob. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Thibault passes to Simons. Lillard outside. Clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Pass to Barnes. Takes the three. And the Raptors another three.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And he drops it in from the low post.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
So no problem for Toronto. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us.
Are in. For a treat in this matchup, Greg.
Here we go.
With two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Green, Doncic out there with Irving. Then it's Christian Wood, and it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Passes it to Grant from past the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Now here's Doncic. McGee trying to break free, and it's Doncic missing. Lillard against Green. Thibault on the wing. Cranes the three-pointer.
Quick thinking, Vince Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Doncic outside. Puts up a three. Shot clock reset for Dallas. And McGee kicks to Wood. Back to McGee. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown and stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland.
Now here's Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Grant. 5 to shoot. Here's Lillard. Here's Simons. Rebounded by McGee. And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he is in the conversation. You'd have to include Walt and Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
Now here's Lillard. After Luka Doncic's miss, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, easy call.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line. An NBA All-Defense for 2 years running. Matisse Thybulle has been a game-changing defender from the minute he set foot in the NBA.
Here's Doncic. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
What a finish by Luka Doncic. Don't underestimate his strength. The Don has got that in his game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Doncic outside. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Thibault. Here we go. All alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And Craig, we know at Washington, Thibault was the college defensive player of the year, averaging 3.5 steals and over 2 blocks a game.
And per minute, not far off that pace in the pros. His opponent field goal percentage last season good for second best in the league.
Here's Lillard. McGee with the block. Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic. And here are the Mavericks now. It's a 5-point game. Wood with the screen for Doncic. And the pass to Wood. Back to Doncic. And stolen by Thibault. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Now here's Lillard. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And he lays it up and in.
But what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
Green against Lillard. Wood with the block. Outside, Green. Wood finds Doncic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. Officials on the call with the foul. Technical fouls have been an issue for Luka Doncic since he entered the league.
First of all, you love his passion, but I think we've seen real progress in this regard, and that's because you understand if you're Luka Doncic, you need to play high minutes for your team.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
Now, here's Grant. And the layup is good.
Well, this is why Jeremy Grant's size is important. Stretches out beautifully whenever he's close to the rack.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, I asked him what are some of your main concerns, and he said, we're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the outside. So it's essential that we don't give them open looks from deep, or we'll be in trouble. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot.
Third team foul.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard against Green. Here's Nurkic. No good on that one. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 4. Sweet move. And he lays it up and in. Doncic has got 8 points.
Boy, Luka Doncic makes it look easy. What a pretty jumper.
Grant with a screen on Irving. Simons the pass to Thibault. Now Lillard. Shot clock at 6. 16 feet away. Mavericks with the rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all. This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
It's all tied in Portland. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
And your Trailblazers Houston team.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Thibault in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Down low. It's stolen by Green. 3-on-3. Here's Wood. Over in the corner, Bertans. Irving finds Wood. A 3 ball. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Dallas making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 6.
I could make the case Kyrie Irving is the best ball handler of all time. On the dribble drive, look out.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Grant. And And the dunk by Grant.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Irving passes to Bertans, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day great falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
It's way more common now, and let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Sharp the pass to Eubanks. Outside Hardaway. Here's Wood. No points in the game yet for him. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Inside. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Irving kicks to Bertans. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Here's Bullock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
Well, Greg, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role player.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you could see them look a lot like the Harden-era Rockets.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Watford's checked in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
It's stolen by Bertans. Here's Hardaway. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Trailblazers leading by 3. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And they got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. For Dallas, Dwight Powell's checked in for Christian Wood. Green comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Johnson against Doncic. To the paint. Bertans can't get it to go. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Reddish with the ball. Now Green defending. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And we see Portland revamping on the fly. A lot of changes, but it's not a rebuild. This new look roster hoping to keep the Blazers relevant while also giving them a greater upside long term.
Doncic passes to Bertans. Fires the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Bertans got 5 now.
Boy, to be a sweet shooting big like Davis Bertans, this guy is deadly from deep.
Simons kicks to Grant. Pass to Reddish. Here's Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Grant. And it goes down 2 points. Grant's got 4 points this quarter.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Bertans sets the pick for Doncic. No good on the 3. Portland leading by 5. Lillard with it. Hardaway picks him up. And Simons has it in the corner. Reddish kicks to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Here's Doncic. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
Lillard against Green. There's the triple, and that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland, and the Mavericks call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of the...
And so it's Portland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Irving. Christian Wood is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Green, and it's Doncic in a shooting guard.
A really heads-up play by Kyrie Irving. On time and on target pass. We've seen that before.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Thibault, the pass to Johnson. Pass to Eubanks. Just 5 on the clock. Little kicks to Thibault. And he does it right over JaVale McGee. Holy cow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Johnson. Passes a little. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off the shot. Here's Eubanks. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Irving dishes to Green. Back to Irving. Kicks it to Doncic. And it's denied. On the wing, Johnson. By Green. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Eubanks. Grant comes in for Nasir Little. Simons, he's checked in for Sharp, and it's Damian Lillard in for Johnson. And Dallas also making a switch. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Luka Doncic. Irving passes to Green. Dallas moving it around. Irving surveying the floor. And good that time. Irving's got 8 points.
The number of ways Kyrie Irving can finish on the interior is something to behold. Left, right, over defender, doesn't matter.
There's the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. To the inside. Nurkic kicks to Grant. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Double team on Nurkic. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Mavericks trail by 6. Now Irving. 8 points for him. At 3 off the mark. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter of the game.
Boy, what a season 2022 was for the Dallas Mavericks, making it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, the huge upset over the Suns turned that season into what was a dream run early in Luka Doncic's career.
Here's Lillard. Grant gets a wide open look. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. He's got 9.
Very good awareness from Grant. Just the ability to catch and shoot. So important to his growth.
Nice move. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Irving. And with the Mavs, a trip doors to the conference finals puts them ahead of schedule, many people think.
Yes, Kevin, but I don't think you can let that momentum you built last year fade in any way. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. We know how fragile success in the NBA is. You've got a top 5 player on your roster. You have to make sure you're taking advantage of opportunities.
And you knew things were going south for Irving and the Nets when they couldn't agree on a contract. He was eventually traded and is a big talent boost to this team. Kyrie still has all the talent in the world, even if it comes with some risk.
Lillard, the pass to Simons. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Grant. Irving against Simons. He dishes it to Nurkic. Fades. Not going to go that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Irving. And it's all evened up. Irving's got 14 points.
It's one thing to be a scorer. It's another thing to be an efficient offensive player. Kyrie Irving doing work right now.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nurkic finds Lillard, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Outside Hardaway for the lead. Here's Irving. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Little with the ball. Here's Sharp. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Johnson is out there with Sharp. Then it's Little. Then it's Reddick. And it's Watford in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Irving. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Johnson kicks to Little. Back to Johnson. This is to Little. Over Irving. And too long on the shot. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Irving. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. So the wing on the left. The wide open look here for Wood. And taken away by Johnson. And they're running. And here we go. It's stolen by Green. To take the lead. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And now the latest From our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Chauncey Billups coaching up his team during that break. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Nurkic a screen on Irving. And it's Lillard missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Doncic. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Once he's inside that painted area, you can see the level of aggression from Luka Doncic rise. This guy knows he can score it in there.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Grant. McGee with the block. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And here are the Mavericks now. They lead by 1. Lillard against Irving. And the wide-open shot from Green. Misses the 3.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Thibault kicks to Nurkic. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Simons against Irving. Lock at 6. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Irving against Lillard. Doncic outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Lillard against Green. Lillard, the pass to Grant. Back to Lillard. Dribble on the wing. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. And it's Irving missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Pass to Thibault. Back to Lillard. The feed to Nurkic. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Outside Irving. Doncic outside. The dish to McGee. And stolen by Thibault. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Here's Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
The kick out to Irving. Back to Doncic. Outside Irving. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 1. 30 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Here's what's your take?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Shot clock at 5. Out to Doncic. Moves back up. McGee with no one around. Oh, no good. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
They need Grant to step up here. Jeremy looking cool, calm, and ready to deliver.
Well, those are essential free throws to make it a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
Dallas calls timeout. They're down by 3. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Irving. And here's Doncic from the arc. Can't knock in the 3. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finishes. They continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home.
David, thank you.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. Looking at the starting five for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Green, Kyrie Irving out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Christian Wood, and it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Defense was all over Doncic, so he smartly uses a pick to get free to shoot.
And Smitty, the Toronto Raptors, the lone Canadian team in the NBA, they take great pride in that.
Since the Grizzlies relocated to Memphis in 2001, Canada has belonged to the Raptors. BA, you can tell they take pride in this. They don't just represent the city of Toronto, but the entire country.
Now here's Wood. Here's Doncic. Pirtle grabs a miss. Green against Anunoby. Siakam, the pass to Van Vliet. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Doncic. Here's Dallas now. Fires the 3. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Doncic is going 1 of 3 shooting so far. The 3. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Yeah, just pure shooting talent really sets Doncic apart. He's got touch, accuracy, and supreme confidence.
Pass to Anunoby. And so the ball out of bounds. Anunoby touched it last. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. From deep, here's Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
And that's something that Doncic wants to keep improving. Good to see him firing away from distance.
And the Raptors call time here. On offense, here come the Raptors. 8-point game. Anunoby finds Barnes. Back to Anunoby. It's Pirtle high post. Shot clock at 6. Here's Van Vliet. Back to Pirtle. Missed inside.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Green, the pass to Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Van Vliet misses. Dallas has gone 3 of 4 on 3s here in this first quarter.
It's rare for an undrafted player to make an impact, but Fred Van Vliet has earned his spot in the league. The 6th man on a title team back in 2019, and he's become an all-star.
Now here's Van Vliet. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What a critical bucket. This game could have gotten out of hand early if they allowed that run to go much longer.
And Doncic, here we go. Wood. Pirtle with the block.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Kicks it to Doncic. Another shot. Pirtle grabs a miss. Well, Smitty, Van Vliet's become an all-star. Is he the best undrafted player in the NBA, you think?
Well, B.A., Ben Wallace is the standard. A multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year winner. Champions like Bruce Bowen and Udonis Haslem, they're right up there. But Fred Van Vliet has a chance when it's all said and done to be the best.
Doncic with the bucket.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Siakam. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Green with the defensive effort. Dallas has gone 4 of 5 from distance here in the first quarter. And the shot goes in.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Green against Anunoby. Pass to Pirtle. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And here's Doncic outside. And the Mavericks, another 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
You know why? Success breeds confidence. And he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Doncic passes to Wood. Count that one.
With elite passing skills and court vision, Doncic is an advanced distributor for his age.
Van Vliet outside. Out left to the wing. Outside Barnes. To the middle. Van Vliet double teamed. Pass to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. And then Siakam with the jam.
Assertive move by Pascal Siakam, slamming it in before anyone can contest it.
Timeout called, the Mavericks. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is, and every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up 14 as we... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Mavericks.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Christian Wood out there with Green. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's McGee in at the 5. And this Mavericks team, Grant, they are loaded up on shooters who can hurt you from outside.
And that's the way they should be built. Force teams to spread out and give Luka space. And when the Mavs get hot from outside, they are dangerous.
Doncic passes to McGee. Pass to Green. From downtown, another 3 for Dallas.
This is the shot you want to get him, an open look from range.
Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Van Vliet outside. From outside, off to Mark. Dallas has got 6 of 7 threes to fall. They're looking solid out there. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Irving's got 7 points.
Impressive shooter from outside the arc. Kyrie knows he has the green light to fire away.
Barnes with it, and it's McGee picking him up, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Doncic passes to Irving. Green against Van Vliet. Irving for 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Irving's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Shoot first kind of guard. Kyrie Irving doesn't waste any time.
Siakam, that's good.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
For Dallas, they've gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start in the second. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what you see with shorter contracts." Brian, more player movement has been the result.
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I prefer the no call. I like that idea.
Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
The youngster, Scotty Barnes, has great vision.
Pirtle against Irving. Green, the pass to Irving. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking... what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And Toronto calls time here. A line change here for Toronto. And Dallas also making a switch. Hardaway's checked in for Doncic. The Raptors shooting around 50% in the game so far. Barton outside. Achua with a screen on Hardaway. And here's Barton outside. Hauled in by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds now. Irving for 3. And the Mavericks, another 3.
I love it. His love for the game couldn't be more obvious. It helps him make a positive impact out on the court, and it also keeps the bench fired up.
And here's Porter outside. Drains the triple. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Big time answer. Porter unwilling to give an inch. Knocks down a 3 of his own.
Such a wide open look.
He's really taken a hold of this first half and made it his. He is making all the right decisions out there.
Here's Boucher. Some solid D from Wood. Dallas has gone 4 of 4 from three-point land in the second quarter. Good chance here for Irving. Another one falls for Dallas.
On offense, Kyrie Irving is so crafty. He keeps finding ways to get around the D.
Barton, the pass to Achua. Achua with the dunk.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
And for the Mavericks, their shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. For 3, Hardaway. Porter pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Trent, the pass to Achua. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Powell, he's checked in for McGee. Achua passes to Boucher. Outside for Porter. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Pass to Barton, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Mavericks ball. Mavericks substitution. Reggie Bullock.
5 ticks left in the half. Launches it. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Okay, Ali, appreciate it.
Your Raptors. 22. The Mavericks. 45.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
They've got Will Barton, Chris Boucher out there with Achua. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Shot clock at 3. Here's Achua. That one doesn't drop. Now Dallas takes it the other way. You know, one thing Kyrie Irving has talked about is reclaiming his power, Greg.
Well, he has stopped listening to the outside voices telling him what to do, finding his own purpose and his identity. And at times, that's meant being something of a renegade.
Wood outside. And Boucher with the block.
Boucher loves coming up with blocks, and his presence, it was felt on that play.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
A difficult situation for Toronto. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Out to Wood. It's Bullock on the wing. Wood, a screen on Porter. 4-3. And Wood with the stuff.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Barton outside. Pass to Achua. Crafty move. second chance shot. Outside for Boucher. Misses the three.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Bullock. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic checked in. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes.
How about the commitment on defense from Scotty Barnes? Skilled at swatting them away. He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Doncic with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. Hardaway's shot is good.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot. The Raptors are taking a patient approach. They understand to get back to a championship level, they've got to grow from within.
The Mavericks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Doncic outside. Puts up a 3, and it's going to be a 3-second call. McGee, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Checking in for the Mavericks, JaVale McGee.
Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Van Vliet, the pass to Anunoby. And again, Toronto no good. And despite setting their sights on the future, Smitty, last season the Raptors still claimed the 5th seed in the East.
Exceeding expectations, that's what they do. And with their great player development program, they have every reason to believe they'll continue to improve.
Barnes, no good. And Dallas with possession. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, good whistle there.
That's good from Wood.
Yeah, and Christian Wood moving here to the Mavs over the summer. Now, the Mavs knew they wanted more size, so they sent a number of players in exchange, but they got a deadly weapon to help them this season. You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
It's Bullock on the wing. Pass to Wood. Now Hardaway. Anunoby covering. Doncic against Barnes. Fader on the way. And that one's long. And you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
Yeah, so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft, for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them.
Wood against Anunoby. Wood passes to Doncic. Here's Hardaway inside. Wood. And Wood with the stuff.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Siakam. And here's Pirtle. Back to Siakam. Right side Barnes. Now here's Pirtle. Here's Siakam. Doncic pulls down the board.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Drives to the hoop. And Doncic hammers it home.
What energy on the drive from Doncic. Charging in before the defense can seal up the gaps.
And so it's Dallas already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their set. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting at a very efficient 67%. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. Doncic and Hardaway Jr. man the backcourt. JaVale McGee out there with Christian Wood. And it's Bullock in at the small forward. It's Barnes on the wing. And stolen by Hardaway. Here's Doncic. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That's on Jakob Pirtle.
And going right through the contact, Luka has tremendous strength especially for a guy who handles the ball so much.
Achua's checked in for Toronto. Flynn comes in for Fred VanVleet. Green's checked in for Dallas. Kyrie Irving comes in for Hardaway. Here's Siakam. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Wiry, strong Pascal Siakam with the nice move in that painted area.
Kicks it to Doncic. Back to Irving. Shoots a fadeaway. With the 7-footer. Pass to Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
A creative playmaker. I love when Kyrie zips it to his teammates.
Here's Anunoby to the inside. Achua for three. Hits a three-pointer. Now Doncic.
And you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic. He has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
And the way Doncic can feel the defenders around him speaks to his great court sense, Grant.
No question. And the elite footwork he has makes the most of it. I mean, one of the best at shielding defenders with his body. It's really how he can navigate through a defense with ease.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
For such a young player, it's impressive to see how well Barnes can read the floor and make plays for others.
Down low. Here's Irving. Siakam with the defensive effort.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Barnes, no good.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And here's Doncic outside. Dallas again missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Siakam outside. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist.
At the arc, Siakam can be so dangerous. When he gets an opening, he drills it.
And Doncic hammers it home.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
Here's Flynn. This one for three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got 5 rebounds in the game. Out to Wood from the wing. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Siakam finds Achua. Barnes with it, guarded by Doncic. Outside Barnes. Pass to Anunoby. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Barnes with it. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's Irving with a rebound.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Mavericks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Luka Doncic.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Pass to Wood. Anunoby against Irving. That one's true. He's now 9 of 10.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Especially during this last run. which ultimately put the game away.
Irving, the pass to Doncic. Plenty of space. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Siakam outside. Kicks it out to Barnes. The three is up. And no good. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do.
Games beginning with...
Hey, Brent, tonight we got a terrific matchup in the backcourt. Let's rewind here a little bit, go back to when you played. Who were some of the guards you really enjoyed playing against?
What if I start with the list of the guys, Kevin, I didn't enjoy playing against? If I named Allen Iverson, Mitch Richmond, and of course, Michael Jordan. Not the funnest nights at work, if you get my drift, but I did love playing one John Barry.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Steibel in at the 3, the small forward.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Grant gets a wide open look, and he's way off from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Anunoby passes to Van Vliet. Anunoby with the screen for Van Vliet. From deep. And the rebound by Nurkic. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
No, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Barnes looking around. Back to Anunoby. Off target from three-point range. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Lillard kicks to Thibault. And Simons has it in the corner. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Simons. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
And there is just a ton of confidence from this coaching staff for Anthony Simons to shoot shots like that.
Van Vliet passes to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Lillard. Thibault on the wing. Good on the three-point shot. Thibault's got 5 points so far.
Maybe worrying a bit too much about Lillard that time, dropping the dime to the unguarded player.
Down low. And the dunk by Pirtle.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. It's a 3-point game. From deep. And Pirtle pulls it down. Raptors are gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. And stolen by Thibault. Simons on the wing. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Stolen by Van Vliet. Fast break Toronto. Stolen by Grant. Deflects the pass. Nurkic with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Lillard with no one around. Good on the triple.
Zero hesitation out there as he catches that pass. Lillard just fires it.
Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA deal.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Thanks, David. And the dunk by Barnes.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Grant outside. Pass to Thibault. Grant with a screen on Barnes. 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard, and Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Van Vliet finds Barnes. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Lillard from outside. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Portland out in front.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Raptors,
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Anunoby out there with Gary Trent. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Trent with it. Lillard picks him up. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The 3. And Grant slams it home.
Man, Jeremy Grant is one of those guys that's capable of highlight dunks on a nightly basis. That time, vicious finish.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Trent against Lillard. Siakam for 3.
And that's a play where Grant lets you know that he can stick with his man and do a good job defending.
And sometimes a trade is exactly what a player needs. And that was the case with Jusuf Nurkic.
Back in 2017, you remember, it was Jokic, Nurkic, back and forth. We were getting limited playing time. And then finally, it was a trade that allowed Nurkic to get from Denver to Portland. And he's kind of doubled up everything in terms of his production since then.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
Brent, did you have any superstitions when you played in the NBA?
Not so much, Kevin. I really had more routine, and if I got off my routine, I might be a little bit nervous, but nothing superstitious and nothing that I can recall.
Birtle sets the pick for Siakam. Birtle's shot is off.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Nurkic the pass to Thibault. Portland moving the ball around. 3-pointer, Simons. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, Simons has great confidence in shooting that 3 ball, and that consistency will help this squad.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much. Lillard attacking. Grant for 3. Shot clock at 5. Thibault for 3. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Comes up empty down low. And Portland with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Thibault for 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Siakam. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Grant.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a handle.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Achua, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. Porter's checked in for Barnes. And Barton subbed in for OG Anunoby. Now here's Little. Covered by Achua. Here's Sharp. Off target with his 3. Raptors trail by 10. Barton kicks to Trent for the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Johnson surveying the floor. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Trent. And Portland with a change here, too. Watford's checked in. Back to Reddish. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Inside. The shot will not fall. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Sharp, kicks it out to Johnson. The pass to Sharp. Back to Johnson. Here's Reddish. Over Boucher. The shot by Reddish, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And the dunk by Boucher.
And great find by VanVleet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Knocked away. Johnson kicks to Reddish. This is it to Sharp. Three-pointer. Martin with the rebound. VanVleet looking around. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Trailblazers lead by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And it's VanVleet with the ball for the Raptors, trailing by 4. Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot.
I love the hustle on the break. Simons just determined to see that play end with a positive result.
And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And the dunk by Grant.
That is a good option. You could throw that ball just about anywhere. Even the top of the square. Jeremy Grant ripping one off.
Screen by Pirtle. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Barnes passes to VanVleet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Such a great athlete, and when Damian Lillard has room to prove it, he'll throw it down.
VanVleet against Lillard. Here's Siakam. The kick out to Barnes. Nailed from three-point land. Barnes has got 11.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
Voted one of the top 75 NBA players of all time. We should be enjoying the seasons that Damian Lillard is putting up in the next couple of years. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And the dunk by Grant.
Grant, one of those big guys that gets up off the ground like a guard. Love to see him throw it down.
Pass to Barnes. And a wide open look for Siakam. Off target from outside. Trailblazers leading by 9. Greg, when you watch Anthony Simons play, you can see the burst he has on the ball.
And that goes for him attacking the rim and rising up for a shot. Impossible to stay in front of him with that quick first step. And with his skill and athleticism, boy, the sky's the limit.
Screen by Pirtle. VanVleet passes to Pirtle. For 3, Siakam sinks the triple. Siakam's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Lillard, the pass to Simons. Out to the right wing. Portland moving the ball around. Grant for three. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists now in the game. Anunoby has the open look. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And gotta admire how fast Pirtle slashes to the rim after setting the screen. Once he gets the ball, the D is finished.
Grant sets a screen for Simons. Nurkic in the post, covered by Van Vliet. Here's Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Nurkic with the pump fake does a good job fooling the defender that time.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight, and it's a completely new group for Toronto. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nasir Little, he's checked in for Grant. Reddish comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Sharp's checked in for Anthony Simons. And it's Johnson in for Damian Lillard. Trent with the wide open look. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Johnson kicks to Little. Reddish the pass to Sharp. Fires from deep. Portland again missing. Raptors trail by 4. Porter finds Achua. On the wing, Porter. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The kick out to Barton. This one for 3. To the paint. It's stolen by Reddish. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Sharp. He can't get that one, so the Raptors will take it the other way. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And here's Trent outside. Portland grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Portland shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And free throw good from Reddish.
No question there's a high ceiling for Cam Reddish and where that talent can get him to.
Now here's Johnson. Little sets a screen for Johnson. Nobody near Nurkic. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Nurkic has got 8 points.
Not bad. Nurkic with a nice shot there, especially off of that assist.
And so it's Portland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. It's Boucher out there with Achua. Then it's Porter. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Barton in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
His first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for your Raptors.
There's a good screen to the inside. They grab their own miss. Nobody near Barnes. Connects from 3-point range.
A pretty free look from 3-point range. The D forgot about it on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge 3-point shot.
Here's Johnson to the wing right side. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Little. Launches it. Siakam pulls it in. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. It's a 5-point game. Barnes can't get it to go. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet against Johnson. He feeds it to Little. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Grant, he's checked in for Nasir Little. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Reddish. Simons, he's checked in for Sharp. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Johnson. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Portland leading by 5. Simons with the ball. Picked up by Van Vliet. Now the pass to Thybulle. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Toronto's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Just more and more complete appreciation for how complete the offensive game of Damian Lillard is.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Raptors trail by 7. Van Vliet outside. And stolen by Thybulle. Here we go, one-on-one. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And look out, the weather report might call for an avalanche of buckets from Damian Lillard.
Anunoby against Simon. Anunoby passes to Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Lillard looking around. Passes it to Simons. Anunoby against Lillard. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
And this is where Lillard is most dangerous. He's going to look to shoot a lot of threes.
Over in the corner, Barnes. Anunoby passes to Achua. No good that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lillard against Anunoby. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Grant finds Lillard. Simons on the wing. They set the screen. No good on the triple. Raptors trail by 10. Barnes passes to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Lillard pass to Watford. Left side, Grant. That's a 2 from Lillard, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
Yeah, just might have to take it down a notch there. Don't like the result of the foul. I like the tenacity, just not the foul.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Achua. Nurkic checked in for Portland. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
13 foul.
Here's Grant. He kicks it to Lillard.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And again, no good by Toronto. 29 seconds left in the game. Pass to Thybulle. Simons against Barnes. Simons the pass to Grant. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Barnes. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. So the Trailblazers win it. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
Conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. And it's Thibault in at the 3.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Lillard passes to Nurkic. And here's Grant. Here's Lillard. Nurkic, a screen on Green. Here's Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
Boy, the ability to knife inside and convert. Lillard is fearless when it comes to attacking the basket.
Wood, a screen on Thibault. From deep, here's Doncic. Rebounded by Nurkic.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Tell you what, the Mavericks are so good in the half court. It helps that Luka is virtually unstoppable in most of the sets they run. The team feels very comfortable playing a slowdown type of game. But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Pass to Doncic. He can't hit that time. And it's Portland the other way. The Mavs, the slowest team in the league under Jason Kidd last season, Clark.
Well, there's no shame in that for them because they were playing to their team's strengths. They want to put the ball in Luka's hands and space the floor and let him go to work. If you have Luka, that's a smart way to play.
And Doncic hammers it home.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
Lillard passes to Thibault. And here's Nurkic for 3. Rebounded by Green.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
On the wing, Green. Tries again. Pass to McGee. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. On the wing, Green. That shot off. And it's Portland the other way. Now the Blazers on the move. There's Simons with a 3. Hangs in the air. And Thibault lays it up and in.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
Doncic on the wing. Covered by Thibault. The offensive rebound. It's good.
Luka's a big 6'7", very strong, deceptively so. He's an extra forward out there rebounding the ball, even though he's got point guard skills when it's in his hand.
Grant finds Thibault. Here's Simons. Pass to Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
McGee, a screen on Thibault. Doncic passes to Irving. Kicks it to Doncic. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. Doncic has got 7 points.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
And you know, you felt this coming ever since summer. The idea of Kyrie Irving out of Brooklyn. Now, we all know the two sides just couldn't see a long-term future together. So the Nets were able to send Irving away and get something before he left in free agency.
When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open. So you've got to be ready to receive.
Lillard passes to Grant. Simons, right side. Pass to Lillard. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Doncic with it. Nurkic picks him up. Now the Blazers on the move. And the dunk by Lillard.
Just so lethal in the open floor. I mean, Lillard is impossible to keep up with given his speed and athleticism.
Oh, stolen by Lillard. And they're pushing it up. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Let's go with a 3. Lillard can't get that one to fall. Here's Doncic. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, Doncic is so good at going at the defense. And when he goes at him like that, it puts the defense in a tough spot. Very crafty.
Doncic hits them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Here's Lillard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
What touch from the inside. Lillard being assertive and wanting to convert in close.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Here comes the T-shirt. I can't hear you. All right, let's hear it one more time for your team.
Green for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter.
Hey, your junior D-Town crew.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2, and it's Thibault in at the 3 spot.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
The Mavericks leading. Takes it inside. And the layup is good. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, from the moment he entered the league, Doncic has been an immediate star, capable of big nights just about any time he's on the court.
Here's Nurkic. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
The Mavericks shooting a nice 50% for the game. Doncic passes to Wood. Back to Doncic. Grant with a steal. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Thibault passes to Simons. With the drive. And that one is hammered home. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And Doncic with the jam.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Grant with a screen on Green. Lillard with the bucket. We've seen the pace of the game ratchet up every year, Clark. Might that trend reverse at some point?
I don't think so, B. I mean, the game is meant to be played fast, and because of the potency of the three-point shot, the skill level of the players, the athleticism, I think you're going to continue to see teams play with a lot of pace because that's easier in terms of producing points.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
All the way up. Mercy. Lillard throwing it down.
Wood finds Green. Out to Wood. Simons against Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wood. And he banks in the layup.
Wood taking good advantage of his size and his height, getting him a look at the hoop right there.
Pass to Nurkic. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Nurkic has got 6.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside for Green. Here's Doncic. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
Irving's checked in for Green. 1:21 left in the first half. And that one's good. Sharp. Sharp's got his first 2 points.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And here's Doncic outside. Portland grabs the miss. Outside Johnson. Pass to Little. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Doncic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Luka Doncic is a do-it-all player. I mean, he does everything for this team, including being a walking triple-double threat on a game-by-game basis.
McGee, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Watford's checked in for Eubanks. Here's Little. He's guarded by Irving. Here's Watford. And it's Portland scoring again.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And Doncic, here we go. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Doncic has got 20.
Well, I like the determination and the hustle. This guy leaves it all out there every time he's between the lines.
Johnson, and it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
It's stolen by Doncic. Stolen. Pass to Johnson. Over to the wing. Here's Watford. Off target from 3-point range. And here's Irving. 2 on the clock. And he takes it up and lays it in. And now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by a bucket. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one. Both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
JaVale McGee out there with Christian Wood. Then it's Tim Hardaway. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Irving in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Portland leading.
While he was born in Arizona, when it's time for national team play, Matisse Thybulle suits up for Australia down under, a team he medaled with in 2020.
To the inside. Lillard comes with a double. Here's Doncic. And he can't get that one. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Lillard. On the take. Pass to Eubanks. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. Green's checked in for the Mavericks. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. Little's checked in for Grant. Reddish comes in for Thybulle. Sharp, he's checked in for Simons. And it's Johnson in for Damian Lillard. Here's Irving. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell comes in for McGee. And Bertans is subbed in for Christian Wood. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Watford's checked in.
And all Powell needs is good positioning inside, and when he does get it, he's throwing it down.
Hey, it's fun to see NBA players like Thybulle go their own way for national competition.
Yeah, it is, B.A. I mean, that's part of the interesting fabric of the global nature of the game, particularly as it relates to the NBA. International tournaments are kind of like an alternate world, if you will. Guys who are NBA rivals end up being teammates, or their teammates wind up on the other bench. It's actually pretty cool to see.
Pass to Watford. Outside Reddish. Outside Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Here he goes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 10-point Portland lead.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Josh Green, first personal foul, first team foul.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Pass to Little. Bertans with some nice D.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Dwight Powell's combination of athleticism and focus allow him to score despite getting bumped around.
Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Irving with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Outside, Green. They get it back. Powell. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
One of the things I really like about Dwight Powell is that he doesn't play outside of himself. He plays to his strengths.
Portland has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Here's the pick. Pass to Little. Here's Watford. Now covers. Outside Reddish. Into the lane. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Irving finds Green. Bertans for 3. Green, the pass to Bertans. Jacks up a 3. Goes back up. And it's laid up and in by Green. Green's gotten his second bucket.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Johnson against Irving. Here's Watford. Off target from outside. The Mavericks trailing.
Hey, we all know how lethal a shooter Davis Bertans is. I mean, he can knock it down from deep with the best of them. And he's doing all of this despite losing half a finger as a child. Sometimes those disabilities or differences can actually be the fuel for somebody refining their skill at a high level.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Little. Oh, deflected. 2 points. That one goes. Little's got 5 points.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside for Irving. Here's Bertans. Dallas calls timeout.
Timeout call. You know what time it is, everyone? Your defense crew. Fans get loud for your defense.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Simons. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Clock is at 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Portland ball.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Put your hands together for your defense crew.
And Lillard puts up a deep 3. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. And it's Thibault in at the small forward position. Hardaway with a screen on Lillard. Pass to Bertans. And the power dunk by Bertans.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Green against Lillard. Rebounded by Green. The Mavericks shooting a fantastic 57%. Green with a screen on Simons. Outside, Green. Six to shoot. Irving for 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Bertans.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Luka Doncic is checked in for Hardaway. Lillard outside. Nurkic high post. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist.
You know, this is why you run the offense through Damian Lillard. I mean, sure, he's going to get his, but he's also going to make sure others get theirs, too.
Here's Doncic. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Simons outside. Grant outside. It doesn't go for him. And it's Dallas the other way. On the wing, Green. Defended by Lillard. Pass to Bertans. Grant with a steal. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Yeah, on his menu, dunking is one of the specialties. A fantastic jammer who really wrecks that rim.
Outside Bertans. Doncic with it. Thibault picks him up. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
McGee, he's checked in for Dallas. Christian Wood comes in for Bertans.
Man, these shots demonstrate how locked in Lillard is. Just embracing the challenge of scoring on physical defenders.
For Dallas, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. The three from Wood. Knocks down the triple.
Wood embracing the moment and knocking down a big shot.
For Portland, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Pass to Nurkic. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Doncic outside. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Thibault. Lillard got a good look. Portland again missing.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Pass to Doncic to tie it up. And the whistle blows. And it's going to be over the back here.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, you know what? They say you would always rather have a player that you need to turn down than to turn on. So being aggressive versus passive, I want the aggressive guy all the time, even if it means a few fouls.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. And he's going to the line. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge to make them take another look at the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, the previous foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Pass to Irving. From the arc. Fires in the triple.
Do not expect anything less from Irving. A clutch performer. He loves knocking down the big shots.
Lillard outside. 46 seconds left in the final quarter. Money!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
From deep, here's Doncic. Irving finds Wood. Back to Irving. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Nurkic.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
From deep, here's Doncic. And he buries it. And that one brings him within 1.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 2. 16 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Pass to Bullock. Back to Doncic. Money!
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big plays.
He's all alone. Yeah!
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
Well, you know, it certainly swings the energy and the momentum in one team's favor. That's basically a 4 or 5 point swing, which is huge.
And so the big win by Dallas in a tight game. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for...
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Pirtle in at the center. Now, here's Siakam. Clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot on. Anunoby has the open look. And he's good on the 3-ball. Anunoby's got the game going here with the first basket for Toronto. And looking back on that Toronto run, Pascal Siakam, Doris, was a big piece to that puzzle.
There's no question about it. They allowed that young man to flourish in transition. He was a tremendous defender for the group. He was a big-time part of that title.
Barnes, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Now just show off that basketball IQ, Mr. Fred VanVleet. Pretty pass, sir.
Wood with the screen for Doncic. Wood pass to Doncic. Drills it from outside.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's VanVleet. A 3-pointer off the mark. McGee. Outside Irving. Shot from the wing. And he drops that one in.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
VanVleet against Doncic. VanVleet kicks to Barnes. Back to VanVleet. To the middle. Anunoby in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. And they're going to be determined not to let that happen. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense. And here's Irving. After OG Anunoby made that last 3-pointer. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so VanVleet will bring it up for Toronto. Shoots it up. Again, Toronto.
This is what you love about Fred VanVleet. He knows exactly what his team needs. If you need him to score it, he'll score it. You need him to find a teammate, he will.
Doncic way outside. Doesn't go either for Doncic.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And from 3-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
And the Mavs fans are hoping this team, Doris, is poised to repeat the success of the early 2000s.
Well, Kevin, I think you have to look at the deep run into the playoffs from last year where they finally figured out the pieces they need to have around their great star, Luka Doncic. Obviously, you need shooting across positions, but I think one thing you need to consider if you're the Dallas Mavericks, paint protection is critical. High-level defenders are critical. So do you need that presence in the paint and a vertical threat at the cup to enhance Luka's skills even more?
Mavericks trail by 8. 1 1:16 left in the first quarter of the game. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, that's about decision making and being comfortable in the pick and roll. For Luka, he's been there and done that.
Pirtle with a screen on Doncic. Van Vliet looking around. Pirtle, the pass to Barnes. Pirtle sets the pick for Barnes. Back to Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
I'm not sure which was better, Pirtle's screen or his finish, but either way, nice execution in the roll.
Doncic outside. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Good D by Anunoby. Pirtle with a screen on Green. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. And it's Pirtle at the elbow. Anunoby against Wood. Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA, and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size. He's got skill. He can get downhill. He mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
And so it's Toronto in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
So for Toronto right now, the forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Anunoby out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Pirtle in at the center position.
A really heads-up play by Kyrie Irving. On time and on target pass. We've seen that before.
Well, Christian Wood has shown himself capable of being a 20-10 guy. But now he's looking to show he can be a winner as well.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Nobody near Barnes. No good with the triple. And you hear about impacting winning. How does Wood, Greg, take the next step in that regard?
Well, Kevin, we know he can make shots and block shots. I think it's just about consistency and decision-making. And then defensively, I think he's more than capable.
Anunoby with the screen for Siakam. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Anunoby passes to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Took him no time at all on that one. Irving's got 5.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Van Vliet passes to Pirtle. Here's Anunoby. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Hardaway kicks to Green. Tipped away. Passes it to Irving. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Siakam against Wood. Here's Pirtle. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. And you see those two boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the two defenders on the elbow. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
From deep, Trent. Pass to Achua. Toronto working the ball around now. There's the pick. Trent goes in.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad's.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Irving. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
What I love about Kyrie Irving is there's no fear on the interior. This guy is looking for ways to score.
A dunk by Achua.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Irving. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Raptors leading by 3. It's Trent on the wing. He's covered by Irving. Trent passes to Porter. Out left to the wing. Porter, a screen on McGee. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Irving finds McGee. Good, nice job down low. McGee's got his second bucket.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Porter, a screen on Irving. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Barton. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Trent, a screen on Hardaway. Barton kicks to Trent. Achua in the corner. In the corner, it's Boucher. Back to Achua. Hardaway with the steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Irving, good.
Kyrie Irving comes at the game with a scorer's mentality, and right now he is carrying the offense.
Boucher with a screen on Irving. Boucher passes to Trent. Green against Porter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Boy, Otto Porter with the pretty delivery. That's nice.
Here's Barton. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Raptors up by 2. And now let's catch up with David Auld. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back with the third quarter basketball And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Wood out there with Green. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Irving. And it's McGee in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the NBA.
And Kevin, because of that, a highly paid one as well. Remember, a recruitment battle, not just with the NBA, but English soccer to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
Irving against Barnes. Here's Wood. That one good for 2. Wood's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
court. You could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Siakam kicks to Pirtle, stolen by McGee. And it's the Mavericks on the break. On the wing, Irving for the lead. Another three for Dallas.
Kyrie Irving from range. That is such a beautiful looking shot.
Anunoby with the screen for Van Vliet. That's to Anunoby. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Doncic.
I'll tell you, the skilled defensive effort right there. OG Anunoby contesting shots, exactly what you would hope for. They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Justin Holiday comes in for Josh Green. Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 6 assists in the game.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
Dallas again missing.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Out to the right wing. Down low, Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Well, brought up in an unselfish system, Pascal Siakam takes great pride keeping his teammates involved.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Mike Powell comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Anunoby with the screen for Van Vliet. Doncic against Anunoby. On the wing, Barnes. Back to Anunoby. Pirtle, the pass to Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And for Siakam, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. That one off the back iron and out.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Barnes finds Anunoby. And a wide open look for Siakam. Buries it from three-point range. Siakam's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Dallas calls timeout. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Kleber with a screen on Trent, and here's Doncic from the arc. Dallas again missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now here's Barton. He's guarded by Bullock. It's Porter outside. Doncic outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Very rarely do you see Doncic out of rhythm with his jump shots, even off the dribble. His accuracy is too good.
They set the pick. Barton wide open. He fires. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
And Boucher sends it back. The kick out to Porter for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
You can see Porter's confidence building steadily. The catch-and-shoot jumper becoming a real weapon.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Doncic passes to Kleber. Lets it go from deep. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut back down now to 4 in the bucket from Doncic.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Doncic looking it over. The shot by Kleber, wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Kleber's got his first 3 points of the game. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
All right, let's hear it one more time for your favorite damn team.
It's Porter outside, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So for Toronto right now, we've got Chris Boucher. Gary Trent is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Achua in at the 5. Home in the paint. Trains it from beyond the arc.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Raptors leading by 7. Trent finds Achua. Inside. Barton passes to Boucher. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the Mavericks call time here. And some changes here for the Mavericks. JaVale McGee's checked in for Powell. Christian Wood comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Irving subbed in for Reggie Bullock. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, you know what side he's on.
Thank you, David. And the shot goes in. And the Raptors lead by 8.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Doncic, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
On its way from Irving for 2. That one doesn't go. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's Siakam.
And just staying connected on the defensive end. Wood was in great position there to alter that shot.
Here's Pirtle. A special move before the shot.
The assist.
And it's a 12-point Raptor lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Irving kicks to Green. Back to Irving. 4 on the clock. A 3. And Green with the basket on the assist by Irving. Green's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Mavs. Here's Van Vliet. Over in the corner, Barnes. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Now, this is the aspect that he's got to continue to work on, but Scotty Barnes will get dangerous from deep. Nice shot there.
Doncic kicks to Irving. Three-pointer. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Come on, who doesn't like the turnaround jumper, especially when it's taken with that kind of precision?
Van Vliet against Doncic. Van Vliet passes to Purdy. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Anunoby. No good on the triple. And so Green will bring it up for down. It's a 10-point game. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Irving. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists in the game. They double-team Van Vliet. Anunoby with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Back to Anunoby. Takes the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And the Raptors lead by 11.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Raptors.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for OG Anunoby.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. With that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And it's Doncic missing. Van Vliet with it. Siakam for 3. Misses the shot. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win,